y'all, I know it's been a hot minute since I posted the videos on YouTube, but that doesn't mean I have not recorded videos. I'm on my lunch break if you can't tell, but I haven't really had the time. I've recorded, but I haven't had the time to sit down, edit, put it all together, post them, all that stuff. We've just had life happen. Like, there's just been a lot going on, and then sometimes you just need a break just to refocus and recoup. But I am back, and I have 4 amazing things to show you guys today. One is not really so much as a recipe. It is just showing you how to prep it is showing you how to prep a week's worth of chicken for your dinners. So let's go ahead and get started. Y'all come on in. Alright, so I promised y'all that I would show you how to make a week's worth of chicken at one time. And the easiest way to do this is in the crock pot. I have almost a 5-pound pack of chicken breasts. I'm going to put those right down in my crock pot in an even layer. I did have one left over. I didn't have enough room for that one, but I'm just going to put it in a bag and put it in the freezer, and I'll use it at another time for another meal. But once I have all of the chicken breast in the crock pot, I'm just going to season to my desired liking with salt and pepper. That's it. I'm going to put the lid on top. I'm not going to add any liquid, anything else. You can season it however you want, but I just like it like this. But no seasoning, nothing. Just put the lid on, set it on low, and let it cook all night long or all day long. And this is what you get. It creates its own broth, and it's ready to use in any way that you like. Okay, so I showed you how to make the week's worth of chicken. Now I'm going to show you 3 different recipes that are going to use that chicken. And I genuinely had enough to make 2 more meals after these 2, but I didn't feel they were YouTube worthy. So they were good, don't get me wrong, but they just weren't YouTube worthy. So now we're going to get into how to make chicken spaghetti using this crock pot chicken that we did earlier. Let's go. So to start this recipe off, I just grabbed 2 of those chicken breasts and shred those up with my little meat chopper. That thing is amazing. I highly recommend it. But I shred those up, set that to the side, and now I am cutting up my veggies for the dish. All I have is half of a red bell pepper, half of a green bell pepper, and about 1/4 of a medium onion. And I'm going to set that to the side. Go ahead and bring a pot of water to a boil. Salt it. That way you've got flavor. You don't have bland noodles. And you're going to put in about 1 pound of broken spaghetti pieces, and you want to cook that until it is al dente. Drain it, set your pot to the side, and now we're going to come back to our whole chicken mixture. I have the shredded chicken breast. I have put in 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. If you do not like cream of mushroom, you can absolutely substitute that out for anything else. And then I'm going to add in about a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of seasoned salt. And then I'm going to put my veggies right in that bowl and mix it all together. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in my spaghetti. I did run out of room in this bowl, so I had to transfer everything into my casserole dish, which is okay. And then I am adding in about 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I actually used taco blend in this because that's what I had in my fridge, but you can use whatever you like. Anyway, you want to go ahead, after that, add in about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of chicken broth and mix this really well until everything is very well combined and the noodles are coated. Get ready to put this in the oven. I'm going to top it with another 1/2 cup of the shredded cheese. It's going to be all nice and cheesy and ready to go. And you're going to put it in the oven to bake at 350 for about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on your oven. When it's done, take it out, serve it how you like. We didn't need any sides to go with it. It was super filling on its own. We loved it. 10 out of 10. All right, our next meal, we are going to make chicken Alfredo stuffed shells. My kids wanted chicken Alfredo, but they like it very plain, just noodles, Alfredo sauce, and chicken. I like to add broccoli and mushrooms to mine. They do not like that, so we decided to have a compromise. We mixed chicken Alfredo with stuffed shells, and we came up with this. So what we're gonna do is add 2 cups of that shredded chicken that we made earlier in the week. Put that right down in the bowl. I'm going to add in 1 egg, a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese, half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, and then we're also going to put in a tablespoon of oregano and a tablespoon of basil. We're going to mix that really, really well and set it all to the side. Once all of your chicken and cheese mixture is combined really well, go ahead and set that bowl to the side. Drain your jumbo shells, and then we're going to get ready to assemble these. It's like a little assembly line, and it's super easy. So now we are going to fill the shells. We're going to start out by putting a layer of Alfredo sauce down in the bottom of the bacon dish, and then I'm going to put about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of the chicken and cheese mixture inside of the shells, and then just place them right down in the bottom of my dish. And I'm going to repeat this until I have all of my shells filled or I run out of filling, which I ran out of filling first. I only used about half a box of the noodles, so keep that in mind. Again, I misjudged my size on my bacon dish, so I had to pull out a second one, but that's totally fine. Once I have all of my shells filled, I'm going to top with the rest of my Alfredo sauce, and I'm going to put about another half cup to a cup of mozzarella cheese, and then about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese on top before we put them in the oven. Now you put these in the oven to bake at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes and serve with whatever side you like. These were amazing, and they're definitely one of those foods that taste better the next day. Okay, so the last meal that I'm going to show you, I felt was super appropriate because the weather is finally changing a little bit and soup season's coming, and this one is one that you want to make. We are going to make chicken and wild rice soup. It's super easy. Get started on our soup, we are actually going to start our rice first. This is just 2 boxes of packaged wild rice. I have added the water and the seasoning mix according to the package directions, and I have it on the stove going. And while it's cooking, we are going to chop up our veggies, which are about 3 stalks of celery. I cheated and bought the kind already ready to chop up. I also am going to dice up about half of a medium onion, and I'm going to cut some baby carrots, about a cup to a cup and a half, just in small little discs. And we're going to mince up about 2 cloves of garlic. That way we can get them in the pan and saute them. So I've got my cast iron skillet right here. I've already heated it up. I'm going to throw in 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt down. And then I'm going to add my veggies in and cook them until they start to soften up. cooked. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes. Now at this point, your rice is going to be done. So you want to go ahead and turn the heat off, remove it from the heat, and fluff it up and just set it to the side. We'll go back to our veggies. We're going to leave those in that cast iron skillet, and we're going to add a cup of water and 3 cups of chicken broth to this mixture and let it come to a boil and cook until the carrots are soft. And that takes about another 9 to 10 minutes. So now it's time to assemble, so to speak, our soup. We are going to go back to that pot of rice, add 3 cups of chicken broth straight in there. Then we're going to take our veggie and liquid mixture, add that straight into our rice mix, and then add our 2 cups of chicken, which is equivalent to about 1.5 to 2 chicken breasts, depending on how big they were. Then just bring all this up to a simmer and let it go for about 7 to 8 minutes until the chicken warms through, and then it's ready to serve. And I do not have a final photo of this soup for y'all because everybody cleared it out before I could take our plated up picture. But that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope you find a recipe in this that you like and you decide to try. If you do decide to try it, let me know what you think. Be sure to follow me for more videos like this. Bye y'all.